Alrighty, everybody.
Welcome back.
That's my line.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Welcome back to Southside Conversations. We are on episode 5. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, sir, we've started the podcast.
I had to make sure I was set up correctly. All right.
Somebody's messed with your mic, it looks like.
I'm ready. Somebody messed with my mic.
Sounds like you.
This is a private podcast studio station, and someone has tampered with my device.
Did you lock the door when we left?
No.
That's probably why.
Well, what episode did you say this was?
We're on episode 5.
Episode 5.
Made it more than anybody else thought we would.
Yeah, how many subscribers we at now?
110.
110. That's what I'm talking about. That's good stuff.
Didn't expect to get into 3 digits.
3 digits. Now all we got to make is 200
Or 1,000.
or 1,000.
Tanner said we'd be at 1,000 in like 3 weeks. So
We could. Maybe it's we like this.
People are just waiting to follow and make sure we did at least 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So
Once the 5th hits, yeah.
it's probably a good idea. We don't tend to keep going with a lot of stuff.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I know myself. I've owned about 15 businesses in my 25 years.
And they probably all been profitable, and you got out of them and got into something else.
No, I've lost money on all of them. Except for my car washing business when I was 10, and that's because I used everybody else's soap and water.
Well,
so there's no overhead for me.
Well, you started off pretty good with it because you said your advertisement was going to be free car washes for $10.
It got people interested.
So I guess it worked out pretty good.
And it worked out. A lot of people paid me $20 for a free car wash.
Maybe we could do that again. Maybe I'll get into car washing.
I heard that some people paid you for the car wash and never got one.
That's a lie.
That's really good business.
That's a lie.
100% profit. Yeah. I'll tell you a good business. So I got 2 nephews. Two cousins. So they went into the lemonade stand. They started opening a lemonade stand, right? When they was young boys. So I stopped by one day and they selling lemonade. So I said, I want to support, the local business. Like we try to do on this podcast, support local business. So I wanted to support local business. By the way, let's go ahead and give a little shout out. You want to?
I guess, but you're going to have to finish your story after that.
I'm going to finish it, but I needed to give this local business because this is a premium business.
You ain't biased towards this business, are you?
Excuse me?
Are you biased towards this business?
Semi. Semi.
You're going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah, I know. But this is an open podcast. I didn't want to, try to lean it one way or the other. I want the audience to make their own decision for this business. So, this here,
my mic wasn't working.
This here is a, what is this called?
That's a bundt cake.
This is a bundt cake. Not sure what the flavor is of this one, but this is produced by the Bluebird Sweet Shop. So if you go on Facebook and you find the Bluebird Sweet Shop, maybe you'll set up something. Have some real tasty treats.
If you had to guess, what flavor would you guess that is?
I would guess white.
I think bundt just means small, I'm pretty sure.
Bundt means small?
No, it doesn't. You can have big bundt cakes.
You
I don't
can't
think
have
so.
Bundt is the shape
No, that's
of the
just
cake.
a cake.
You cannot have no big bundt.
You can have... It's got a hole in the middle here.
That's a pound cake then if it has a hole in the middle.
That's called a bundt cake. Pound cake's a bundt cake.
No, a pound cake weighs a pound.
But it's in the
This
shape
don't
of a
weigh a
bundt
pound.
cake.
No, bundt means small.
All right, we're going to need y'all to comment. What does the word bundt mean in a bundt cake?
Well, let's go with what we know. We know baseball.
Yeah.
What happens when you bunt?
That's 2 different words.
It's a small hit.
Normally strike out, but
Well, yeah, but that's a small hit.
Yep.
A bunt,
Small.
right? So
It is.
small bunt. So anyway, we want to give a little shout out to the Bluebird Sweet Shop. Hit her up on Facebook. So my cousins, they started a lemonade stand, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to support local business like we just done. So I stopped by and I say two younger cousins. They probably 6 or 7, maybe 8 at this time. So I stopped by. They sat out in front of my grandmother's house. I stopped by and I asked them. I said, "Hey boys, what y'all doing?" They said, "Selling lemonade." I said, "Well, that's good." I said, "How much is it?" They said, "It's $1 a cup." I said, "Okay, that's a little high, but inflation, I understand. I'll buy it. I'll pay the $1." So I gave them the $1. Seems like I actually gave them $2, one a piece. And I said, "I'll take a cup of the lemonade." They said, "Well, you have to drink it here because we only have 1 cup."
sounds like
I
good.
said, 1 cup, so I'm pretty sure they never sold a cup of lemonade. They just
Profit money. Because
Took money.
you probably didn't take your money back. So
No, I didn't take the money back, and now that I think about it, I don't think I ever saw any lemonade, and they had one cup. That's 100% profit.
that's smart. You can't take money back from little kids. So.
No, you can't.
I don't know though. I think our cousins
Yeah.
have a better business model. 'Cause,
Okay.
You know, riding down past the house the other day where they set up shop, I seen that they're selling pine cones.
They are. Yes.
And I've heard from talking to you that they have retrieved the pine cones from your yard
Yes, I
for
actually
no
helped them-
cost.
No cost. I helped them pick them up. So the young gentleman what's in this business asked me could he come up here and pick up the pine cones in my yard, and which I asked him what he's going to do with them. He said he was going to burn them, but then his sisters painted some of them. So I'm not sure what the business model is, but he came up here. I gave him the pine cones, but now he's going into business. So I'm thinking about it now. Shouldn't I receive some of that profit? Because it's my
Sounds like it.
pine
Sounds like
cones.
you're an employee.
Another shout out if you need fall decorations, we got some pine cones.
We do
Just
have
let
some
us
pine
know.
cones. Yep.
Speaking of, we tried shouting out the ice cream shop. That didn't work out for us.
Right.
We shouted out the bakery. Are we going to have cookies and cakes and stuff in here next time?
That could possibly work out for us because we got a little inside track. So
Yeah.
maybe that'll work out a little better for us.
I think I got a little pull with her, hopefully.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I think it'll probably work out. All the cousins and nieces and nephews started school around here. This week they went back to school. And us being out of school, we probably remember those days going to school, right? So I was thinking about this when they went to school, and the school I went to was a small school from kindergarten to 5th grade. Then I went to a larger school when I went to the middle school to 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I showed up for school, 6th grade. My dad brought me to school, which was a whole nother story. That's for another day. So he wanted to bring me to school and drop me off my first day, me being super cool in middle school. So I go to middle school, 6th grade, and I go to PE. Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but they make you dress out in PE, right? So the coach that I had, he said, this is middle school PE, 6th grade PE. You need to go change, go dress out. And I didn't really like the idea of that, so I told him, no, I'm not going to do that. He said, okay, well, then you're going to rake yards. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to rake yards. I'm going to school. I'm not going to rake yards. He says, well, I tell you what, you just come on with me. I said, yes, sir. Because, me being polite. I said, yes, sir. So we went into his office, and he said, I'm going to go ahead and give you a paddling. And I said, no. No, sir, I don't think I'm going to take a paddling today. He said, okay, well, I know how to fix this. And he pulled out a drawer in his filing cabinet right there, and he pulled out a folder, and I said, what are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for your mom and dad's phone number. And I said, okay. I said, I tell you what if I just go dress out? He said, well, no, what if you just get the paddling, and then you go ahead and rake yards today, and then tomorrow you can dress out? I said, I'm perfectly fine with that. So about the first week of 6th grade, I received my first paddling. But I did dress out after that. So
See, they were through with all that paddling stuff by the time we got there. So
yeah,
No
you couldn't do
paddling
that.
allowed.
No paddling allowed.
Well, all of them, our little cousins, little girls went to school.
Yeah.
And, when we work from home, we work out at the office. Well, yesterday they all got home from school bus, and I came into the house here, my own mother and father's house.
Right.
Walked in to get me something to drink, and 4 of the youngest girls were in here, and they were playing. And I walked in, and they looked at me, and they said, what are you doing here? Go home. I was like, this is my parents' house. Y'all ain't supposed to be in here. Then we went and told their mom and dad. They didn't even know they was in here. So,
Well, it was hot outside.
Well,
they wanted a place to come in.
there wasn't no sense in kicking me out, though.
Well, do you go to school anymore?
I guess not.
That was the school group. See?
I remember my first day of high school. Went to school, they have 3 different lunch times.
Yeah.
So you don't know which time you're going to. Well, it's based on whatever class is before lunch. I didn't really know anybody in that class. So I was like, lunch is going to be fun. So it got time for lunch, and I was like, I don't know anybody in here. Walked in there, didn't see anybody I knew really. Like, there's my brother. My older brother, he's a senior, I'm a freshman. So I went up. I was like, hey, you care if I sit with you today? He's like, yeah, that's fine. He said, but we actually got more people coming, so just sit at the booth behind us, and there'll be more to sit with you and with me. So
That is not
I was
true.
like, okay, that makes sense. I trust my brother. So I sat there for about 15 minutes, and nobody else came. I was like, well, so I got up and I left. I finally found somebody I knew.
That was not true. Second of all, you did not trust me back then. You did not like me back then.
I figured first day of high school, I didn't want to get stuffed in a locker or something.
Right.
I said, he'll take care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he taught me something, all right.
Well, see, I didn't have an older brother to take care of me, so I just seemed like I made decisions for myself, and it normally didn't work out that good. So,
Yeah, older brothers have it hard. Younger brothers got it easy.
older brothers do have it hard.
Yeah, right.
I would say. I tell you what, that's a comment right there. So we'll ask the audience who has it the worst: the older sibling, the middle sibling, or the youngest? Which one has it the best?
You can ask any middle child in the whole world, and they'll tell you we're mistreated. That's true.
I think you can ask any oldest child, and they would say we're probably. Would you say we're the best?
I would say so.
Yeah. The calmest, the best, the most in line.
Yeah, most likely to succeed.
Most likely to succeed. Yeah.
I do have a problem, though.
Okay.
I wanted to get y'all's advice on it.
Uh-huh.
So, as you know, I'm a dreamer. Started a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
And so, a while back, about a year ago, probably about 6 months ago, I decided I wanted to get in the grass cut. So, I sometimes get a little ahead of, my plans. So I went on ahead, made a logo, made a Facebook page, told everybody to like my Facebook page.
Right.
And, told everybody, hey, I'm cutting grass. Problem was I didn't have a lawnmower.
Well, the only person I know that can do that.
So I did it, nobody really commented, so I was like, well, this ain't really going to go nowhere. Ain't no point in buying a lawnmower.
So was your idea to get the yards and then buy the lawnmower?
And then buy the lawnmower.
Okay.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I had a guy reach out to me. He was looking for a job, grass cutting. I said, well, we're just in the beginning stages. We don't really, but do you have a lawnmower? He didn't have a lawnmower.
Maybe you can use his.
So, we went on. But last week, it's happened 3 or 4 times since last week, actually. But last week, I got a call. Lady wanted me to cut an entire subdivision. And I almost said yes.
You are going to need a lawnmower.
I think you should ask that dude who wants to get hired just to be your assistant. And then every business you start, he can be the...
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
He can just work for you, and then, he may be able to help you get these off the ground.
Maybe so.
Yeah, personal assistant.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
So
I'm done with the businesses. No more businesses.
No more businesses?
No more businesses for Trevor.
No more.
What if the next one was the rocket that propelled?
Well, maybe one more business. No more businesses because I'm into YouTube now.
Okay.
So,
well, YouTube. Some people say YouTube is a business.
well, that
I
may
mean,
be
you're
true.
let's see. You're a creator
I'm a creator. So
Right.
I got 3 ideas.
or content creator. There you go. How about
3
that?
ideas.
Yeah.
In the past I did outdoor channel.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
So, number one, or not number one, just first idea. We got college football analyst.
Because you are you like
Big college football. Well, all sports analyst, really. Then in the middle here, we got fitness.
Yeah.
Could record my fitness. I'm running a triathlon.
Right.
And then the third option, about me being a chef.
You a pretty good cook?
No, I don't know how to cook. But I want to learn. So it might be worth recording.
What are you talking about? Cooking healthy stuff or everything?
No.
Because also I don't think the fitness and the chef really lines up.
Or should I just do one channel encompassing all of it? Where I cook, I run, I do different videos.
Just kind of your life.
Just kind of my life.
Well, that might be pretty good.
That'd probably be a safer bet for you.
Just my life. But how am I going to get people to watch?
Because then you only got to get one logo made instead of 3.
But I ain't got that interesting of a life, so,
I don't know. I've known you for a while. So,
Yeah.
and you
You
got
think people will watch?
I would.
Okay.
I would definitely watch, yeah.
Well, you're my dad.
I'll watch all 2 videos.
No. Hey, at least I post something. Daddy ain't even posted his video.
He won't even let me see his videos he made. So.
Well, it's going to come out one day.
He just keeps recording and he won't post.
Well, he told me he was starting that bream fishing channel, so he went fishing all day. He said he caught 2 little brim. like probably 3 inches long.
Well, I mean,
Small enough to put in a 5-gallon aquarium.
it's in the beginning stages. So
Big stages.
now the fish get bigger and bigger. Well, first I'm learning them. Then I'm gonna get bigger fish.
We thought, yeah, you texted earlier asking where he's at. Mom had been calling him for like 2 hours trying to find out where he's at. We thought he had drowned or something.
Yeah,
But we
I'm
talked
gone.
about it. We said might get more views if it's in memory of you. So
Podcast has got to go on,
yeah,
Even if I'm gone,
even if
Yeah.
you're gone.
I think the podcast. I think if I was gone, the subscribers probably would go way down.
We could podcast at his funeral.
That would be.
yeah. But what if he starts talking?
Maybe I have a.
We'll have to put a wireless mic on him just in case he comes back.
Maybe I have a memorable line like don't be here or something. I don't know.
What?
Won't be here.
Your one line after coming back from the dead would be "Don't be here."
What about make better choices, better decisions?
Don't go to the creek or something. Or
Well, it's according to what's at the creek. I love the creek. I love to go to the creek.
I think a snake's gonna take
well,
you
he
out.
came in and his shirt was drenched in water. I was like, I thought he was swimming. He said it was all sweat.
Yeah, it's hot outside.
Is that the same shirt?
It is, but it's already dry.
You know, you really don't dress up for these podcasts.
Well, I am who I am.
He's got a Guy Harvey shirt on.
What if I do
Guy
like
Harvey
this?
went out of style a year ago.
What if I do like
years
this?
ago.
Does that make it better?
You are the
Your
deacon of the
eyebrows are
church.
stuck up in the eyebrows are stuck up in there.
There we go. How about that?
They gonna
I'll
fire
leave my
you.
hat. What am I supposed to dress like? I didn't have my snake boots on. I almost wore them.
Did you just wear your snake boots with shorts?
Yeah.
I almost wish you had them on.
I'm not worried about a snake up here on
You
my
should
leg.
have.
What if you know how high a snake can jump?
Snakes jump?
Yeah, snakes jump.
What
You think
kind
they
of snake?
jump or they strike?
No, they for real jump. Look at here.
What are you talking about?
You talking about a black snake jumps?
I don't know about a black snake, but even if you get bit by a black snake,
I ain't gonna die.
you ain't gonna die.
Like a water
What
moccasin?
kind of snake are you saying jump?
Hey, you talk about water moccasin doing like dives and stuff into the water.
Look at
Cannonballs.
This is a good video.
Let's see. What is it?
What?
Uh-oh, they went in slow motion on us.
That's striking. That ain't jumping.
Man, that's a cobra.
He jumped way on up there.
That's a
His
cobra.
tail didn't even come off the ground.
Regardless, that's higher than your snake boots.
My snake boots come up to my knees.
I mean, I see that dude on TikTok all the time, just walking through everywhere, grabbing every snake he sees.
That's some cool videos.
That's,
I'm not gonna be
it's
grabbing
scary
He just
snakes.
taps crocodiles.
Yeah, just for fun.
And then he just grabs up snakes and he's like, "Oh, they gave me a kiss," and they're biting him.
He's just
I'm not-
jokingly.
I'm not
that
gonna do that.
crocodile's running right at me.
That's why I got the snake boots.
I wish we could get him on this podcast.
Did you ask him?
No, I don't trust
No, 'cause
anybody.
he
that
might
does
bring a
that.
snake in here.
Yeah, and we in a kind of a close quarters here. So
Yeah, I don't trust him enough for
I'm
that.
not gonna do that.
There ain't no reason for a snake. I can tell you that much.
Well, I went to the creek the other day, and the reason I got the snake boots, I went to the creek and I liked to step on the snake, and it kind of gave me the jerks a little bit there. So I went and bought some snake boots because I don't want to get bit by no snake.
Yeah, it's like two needles going into you, kind of.
I don't like needles.
How do you know you never been bit?
Because you can tell at least 2 holes.
They have 2 needles like this.
Yeah, that's basically the same thing.
I don't like 1 needle, much less 2.
Y'all a bunch of crybabies.
You don't want to get bit by a snake?
No.
He wants to get bit.
What was that?
What was that?
Speaker went off.
Who checked out?
All right, y'all want to read the mailbag?
Hey, let's go to the mailbag.
How many you want to read? Because we tore up the comments this week.
Ooh.
We got almost 5.
So somebody put a half a comment?
Yes.
Almost.
How many? 1, 2?
I don't care.
Did the
Just
half
read
a
more.
comment say, hey, just want to let
Well, you know,
y'all
some
are
of them just said all about progress.
Oh, yeah. And
we
we are
got,
making progress.
we got the guy that said, now I'm your 100th subscriber, but as soon as he commented that, we went back down to 98, so,
Yeah, I remember you texted. So we had 100. I went and looked. It was 98. I was
yeah.
So was
Here-
he was still the 100th, though.
No, not anymore. Now there's a new 100. We
No,
have
when he
200
cl-
people,
No, when he clicked 100, he was 100.
but then it went back down to 98.
What if he was the one that unfollowed?
You think he just done 100, then
Might
gone?
have playing with our feelings.
I don't know if this guy was praising us or not praising us. He said, I don't know who you are or what your pod is about, but I like the attitude. You're at 78 now. I'll make it 79. Probably won't care for your subject matter, but I feel like I got to reward this attitude. Maybe someday Hit will have free ice cream sitting in your hands.
Okay, I got 2 comments from that, and I need y'all to answer them. One, what is our subject matter?
Yep.
I've asked y'all that before every podcast, and y'all just say, I don't know.
Hey, we just in here spitballing.
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 And I said clean,
Oh,
family,
not this again.
fun,
Reversed.
entertained, humor.
He's adding more letters in there.
Here's a good comment.
Okay.
What do y'all want for Christmas? Somebody asked.
A viewer
A
asked?
viewer asked. So they may send
Subscriber?
it. A
They gonna-
subscriber.
They sending it to
Well,
us.
What do we want for Christmas? So they asking early, so
I want a horse.
a horse?
I've wanted a horse for the last 28 years.
If you don't mind, I would just prefer 50 acres, a house, and a barn on it, and a jacked up truck.
I got mine. Are y'all ready? Yeah. I would like 1 box of Christmas tree cakes. How about that?
Really aiming high there.
Actually, that's normally what he tells us too.
That's true.
He's the
You're
hardest person in the
impossible to
world
buy
to buy
for.
for.
I'm not hard to buy for.
You are hard to buy.
You are.
I'm just an old country boy that likes outside
You're not
stuff.
a country boy. You're like a mix.
I'm a
you're
I'm a
country-
mixed
you're-
guy. What do you mean?
We might
I like city. I like city. I like country.
Yeah.
I don't like city.
They
You
call
didn't
them
like New York City?
They call,
I did like.
They
New
call
York
them
City.
hybrids. He's a hybrid.
He's a hybrid, yeah.
I did like New York City. I did. I enjoyed that.
I
Hey,
believe
by
you
the
told
way,
me you could live there.
for just a little bit, I did go on vacation in New York City. I had a blast. I could stay there for a little bit, but I don't want to be there permanent
Ain't
because
they-
I'm a country boy.
Don't they have like super good pizza there?
Well,
Ain't that New York?
that is New York,
New York or Chicago.
but they very hard to understand when they talk to you and ask you what kind of pizza you want. You can't understand them. You have to ask your wife what they said.
No, I think I went to Philadelphia, and Tan warned me before I went there. He said, "When you order, don't take nothing off of it," which I wasn't planning to anyway.
Right?
So I go up. I'm gonna get a Philly cheesesteak. Lady in front of me gets up there, and the guy taking the order, he seemed like he could be mean. And she said, "Can I get a Philly and take off the onions?" He said, "No."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you eat it how they give it to you.
Well, I went to New York. My wife and I went on vacation in New York. You know, y'all know. So we went to New York and we went to breakfast. Went to eat breakfast the next morning at this local little small spot. So we went in to eat, and the lady come to take our order, and she said, "First, what would you like to drink?" And I said, "Because I'm a country boy from the South," I said, "I'll take sweet tea." She said, "First of all, we don't have sweet tea, and you're not from around here with that accent." I said, "No, ma'am, I am not." She said, "We can give you unsweet tea and bring you a pack of sugar." Everybody knows that don't work out. Yeah. You can't do it that way. So I said, just bring me water, then I'll just take water. And she said, "Okay, what would you like to order?" I said, "Can I get grits?" No, they don't have grits in New York.
I don't know what they eat up there. I think it's really just about pizza's the only thing they do eat.
Well, the pizza was good.
Oh, they probably have hot dog stands.
They did have a hot dog
They
stand.
probably have steak and stuff.
No, they don't eat that because they don't have cows up there.
They don't have cows in New York?
No, it's just a big city.
Like, you talking about the whole state of New York? They don't have cows?
There's
Up north is country.
no, it's not country. It's just not buildings. You know what I mean? I mean, I've never been. I'm just speaking from.
Well, I will say this. I have been. I went to New York. I did not see cows.
Exactly.
So,
There's a lot of people that don't want to go to New York.
well,
I mean, you get robbed if you stop in the
I
middle
didn't
of the
get
street.
robbed.
I mean, yeah.
You didn't have nothing worth robbing.
I didn't get robbed in
Well, that
Philadelphia,
is true.
and there were dirt bike gangs.
I did get kind of called out a little bit in New York. So there was street performers there. They done a really good job. I was very impressed with their little show, their little skit. So of course they done the performance. It's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that.
What are they
Then
doing?
They jumping and flipping and break dancing and they doing all kind of stuff. And they line some people up and they'll jump over them and it's really good. Actually, I got called out. I got to be in the line and they were going to jump over me. But what they done is they lined up like 12 people. And I was like,
I'd want to be in the middle.
well, I was towards the front, I was like, I was thinking, this guy is never going to jump over us, and he's going to land on me. So what they done, it's just part of the show. At that time, they didn't really jump over us, all of us, because I knew it couldn't happen. But they done a real good show. I was impressed by it. So then they passed around a bucket to, tip them. So I didn't have a lot of cash on me at the time, because I used my card for everything. So I pulled out the cash I had, which was only $3, and I put it in the bucket. And the guy that had the bucket, he looked down and seen it, and he pulled it up. He said, "Man, if that's all you got, you just take it back." So he gave my $3 back.
Sounds like a very New York thing to do.
I said, "Well, I'm sorry. I don't have cash. I guess I could have just put my card in there."
See, I don't think you'd last living up there.
No, I probably wouldn't. Because, as I said, I'm a country boy.
That's questionable sometimes.
What does it mean to be a country boy?
Well, when's the last time? Well, I'd say when's the last time you've been fishing?
Today.
Do you consider that fishing though?
Yeah. I actually went fishing and catching.
The fish that he catches, I don't even know how he hooks them.
Yeah, he'll catch 115, and you can maybe eat. They count for one
Size
fish.
of a butter bean.
It ain't the size. I love catching brim, and it ain't the size.
I don't even know how you feel anything on it.
When they snatch it, and I use a little light reel rod. Oh man, it's fun. It's so fun.
His pole is all straight out the whole time he's running it up.
Dang.
It's that big.
No, they had that thing bowed over.
He uses
Oh,
3
Zepco
ounce,
33.
3 ounce line. Ain't even got a pound.
No.
I don't know. I did go to Whataburger earlier and ate lunch.
Yeah.
I told them no onions, and they put onions on there.
You don't like onions?
No.
I don't.
Why?
It's unnecessary.
It's not unnecessary.
I
They
don't like
bring so
onions.
much flavor to stuff.
See, now everybody else says you can't even taste the onions and
That's
stuff.
a lie.
Exactly. And then I'm like, then why are we putting it in there anyways if it don't taste
So-
like nothing?
So let me ask you this. Sometimes I like the quarter pounder with cheese at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. So I go to McDonald's sometimes and I tell them the same thing because they come with onions. And I say, quarter pounder with cheese, KMP, no onions. Well, I watch it on the little display board there, and it says, ketchup, mustard, pickle, and it says no slavos. Well, how you get slavos out of onions? But when I get it, they don't have onions on it.
Well, they must know what it means somehow.
I don't know.
Well, like,
I ain't never worked at
An
McDonald's,
onion like
so-
that burger, I opened it up, didn't see the onion. I bit it, instantly knew. I think you can hide one little onion in anything. I'll tell you exactly where it's
Yeah.
at.
I don't know. I don't
It's
like
just not
onions
good.
either.
But I also went to Burger King and ordered a chicken fried meal, and then I was gonna get some of them like dollar hamburgers. So I ordered 2, and they
Yeah.
gave me 5. So I just ate all of it. But
Wait, they gave you 5 burgers?
yeah, 5 burgers.
And you ate all of it?
Yeah, it's just the little ones though. It was just ketchup, mustard, and pickles. A couple of them had cheese for some reason.
Good grief.
I mean, and then I ate my chicken fries. I didn't eat all the regular fries though,
Well, good job.
Oh, yeah. It's
because
Stealth
I don't
Master.
like the fries that they
Good
have.
job.
No, if you dip them in barbecue, they're spectacular.
Well, you don't want to be wasteful.
Yeah, I didn't want to waste the burger, so I handed them.
Yeah.
All right, well, y'all ready to get into the verse of the day?
Yeah.
All right.
Certainly are. I appreciate you doing the verse of today.
Yeah, y'all won't ever do it. I always got to do it.
Thought that was your thing.
That was your bit. That was your
No,
idea.
we let Jody do it. Why can't one of y'all do it one time?
You didn't let him do it. You made him do it.
Yeah, you did kind of force him to do it. But anyway,
Alright.
he was the guest.
All right. It's going to be a little bit of a quiz today. I'm not going to tell you where this is from.
Okay.
We're going to see if y'all know what book and chapter it's from.
Okay.
If you can guess the verse exactly, I'll give you $1. If you can
You want
guess
me $1?
book, chapter, verse.
Book, chapter, verse.
All
Okay.
right, it says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Amen."
Sounds like Matthew.
All right. I'm going to say first, Bible.
That's correct. It's not from the Quran.
Okay. Second, Matthew.
That's both correct.
Third, chapter. Let's see.
Chapter 5.
No.
You got a guess? That's
I
your
got it.
guess?
I got to guess.
What?
22.
That is false.
Man,
Chapter 28.
I was in the 20s. I
Verse
suppose.